Welcome to my channel.
I've been working my knee sore. I've been searching for the curtain you can't draw.
Hey guys, it's me, Tammy. Welcome to my channel. I have finished my week 3 of my chemo. I've done both the biochemical chemo and the oral chemo, and I'm just in my bedroom today. I don't feel very well. So I've been spending the day just kind of relaxing and snoozing and surfing the internet a bit and watching some YouTube videos. And that's about it. That's basically all I have the energy for, and I'm feeling a bit nauseous today. So I'm just taking it easy. Few things. I've been really excited of my new flowers that are growing. I'm going to show you a clip of that. So I woke up this morning and this is what I saw. Look, I've got little buds coming up in the flowers that I planted. I am so super excited. Wow, I cannot wait until it starts really coming through. This is wonderful. And it is super, super exciting to see this little pot of these tiny little seeds that I put in there, and they're turning into freaking flowers. I'm so excited. And also the basil that I planted. I have always loved fresh herbs, and I've always wanted a fresh herb garden. And to be truthful, I usually kill plants. Plants don't usually grow with me very well. I just don't have that green thumb. But this time they're growing, and I'm so super excited. Look at them. Oh my goodness. So the first little buds that I saw appearing, I don't know if these are called buds. I don't think they're called buds. Let's call them sprouts, because I have no freaking clue what they're called, but we're going to call them sprouts. So the first little sprouts that I saw appearing was on Sunday morning before church. And oh my goodness, look at this. I have like maybe 13. Around 13 of the little sprouts appearing. They are so cute. Makes me feel like a mommy. I'm a new mommy. That one there is kind of weird. That one right there. Let's see if we can focus in a little better here. There we go. That one's kind of a little bit strange looking, but wow. Super, super exciting. I'm going to leave it here so I can get some sun. I'm going to go check on that basil. I haven't seen anything coming out of that yet. Oh, I lied. Okay, I'm going to bring it over here because look at one little baby sprout appearing in the basil. I'm so excited. Do I see anything else in there? No. But it'll come. It will come. Oh, wow. That is so gorgeous. And I think, maybe not, but at least there's one coming in the basil. And with the herbs, the basil, I thought, well, I'll try one herb, see how it goes. And if I kill the thing, at least I can use it in salads or cooking. And so I'm super excited about that. So one of the really important things when you have cancer is that you need to make sure that you keep your house or apartment, wherever you live, your environment clean. And I'm going to share with you a couple of things that I like to do. And one of the areas that is very, very important to keep clean, of course, is your kitchen. And I'm going to share with you one of my favorite kitchen cleaning products that I like to use. And so I'm going to turn the camera around. Now, I haven't had time yet to redo my kitchen counters. I just bought the stuff today, and within the next week or two, I'm going to be refinishing my kitchen countertops. But one of the things that is really, really important, like I said, is keeping your place clean and sanitary. And so I don't like to use a lot of harsh chemicals, but because I am doing chemo, and I'm doing 2 forms of chemo, and my immune system is really not the strongest right now at all, I really need to be very, very cautious. And one of the best cleaning agents for somebody with cancer is bleach. In fact, when I have my stem cell transplant, bleach is going to become my new best friend. So one of the products that I like to use is the Clorox Cleanup. And I get this from Dollarama here in Canada for $2.50. Really inexpensive. And it does kill 99.9% of bacteria and viruses. So what I do is I just take my cleaner and I just spray my whole countertop, my sink, and everything down. And then I like to just let that sit for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then I come and I really wipe it down really well with a cleaning rag. And then what I do after that's done is I make sure I really rinse it really, really well. And that's the Clorox Cleanup. It does have Clorox bleach inside the product, and you can smell the bleach smell. It's not overpowering, but it's definitely there. So it only takes a few minutes, and I've got my whole kitchen sanitary and clean. Like I said, I don't really like to use really harsh chemicals, but unfortunately I really need to make sure that my kitchen surfaces, any area that's going to be touching food, is really sanitary. And I like the Clorox Cleanup spray solution. It has worked really well for me so far. I think once, or if I ever go into remission, I would like to get away from using the harsh chemicals, but for right now, they're kind of my only choice. Normally I would use the natural cleaners, but like I said, at this point, I really need something that's going to definitely kill the viruses and bacteria. Now, the other thing that you can do is you can add a little bit of bleach into some hot water and use that to clean your surfaces. That works just as well. Just make sure if you're using these products like bleach or the Clorox Cleanup or any of the other chemicals to clean your kitchen, make sure you are really rinsing very, very well. You need to make sure everything is thoroughly rinsed. So the other thing too I wanted to tell you about is that I am considering becoming a mommy. I have been looking into the possibility of adopting a little fur baby. One of the things that I've noticed since I've moved here into my new apartment is that I'm really feeling lonely, especially at nighttime. And aside from the cancer and the fact that I have lupus and a few other medical conditions, I also suffer from severe anxiety, and it seems to really flare up at nighttime. And so I had been thinking, what are some ways that I can kind of help myself with anxiety and that really lonely feeling at nighttime. I mean, this is the first time that I've lived on my own since, I don't know, like maybe 7 years, 7 years. And I really am not used to being alone all the time. And the loneliness is really incredible. It's not a very pleasant feeling. And so I went and I checked out some of the adoption sites. My personal preference is to adopt an older cat, an adult cat, because, everybody loves cute little kittens. I love cute little kittens, but there's a lot of older cats out there that would love to be adopted and just want to be loved, and maybe they've had a little bit of a difficult life or a very difficult life, And I wanted to open my heart and my home and find a companion that I can share my life with. So I went onto these adoption sites, and I had actually applied for a couple of other cats. And the agency brought to my attention a cat named G.I. Joe. Now, G.I. Joe, and they're guesstimating, is about 6 years old. And he was found in the States, in Utah, in a cat, like a cat feral colony. So he was a wild cat. And they found him riddled with BBs from a BB gun. So somebody had shot him up. I can't even imagine that. Absolutely cannot even imagine that. Oh my goodness. How could somebody do that? I don't know. But I don't want to start bawling. I gotta get myself together. Just one sec. So this poor little baby was shot with BB guns, and they found him. And they, because of his loving nature, they decided that they wanted to save him. So they did. And of course, during this process at this shelter in Utah, they found out that he was FIV positive. And he had ended up developing some complications from it. He ended up getting glaucoma and had to have both of his eyes removed. So he's totally blind. He has no eyes. And I'm sorry. I can't even imagine. So this poor little baby was shot with BB guns. It's FIV positive. It is like being HIV positive for humans, but it's for cats, felines, and humans cannot get it, or they have never known a case of a human getting it from a cat. But they said he is the most courageous and loving cat ever. So I sat and I thought about it, because I didn't want to make a rash decision and say, yeah, okay, I'll go for him. But my heart started to really be pulled towards him. And I really started thinking about it, how I feel. I live with cancer every day. I have lived with lupus most of my life. And now I don't feel well half the time. And now nobody has really, in my life, really understood me. Or at least, I have always felt like people haven't understood me. They have not understood what I go through just to live day by day. And how sometimes even waking up in the mornings, getting out of bed, you just don't feel like it. But this cat, this G.I. Joe, who I'm going to put a little picture of him there, has been a survivor. And to me, he's an inspiration. And so I thought about it, and I thought about the financial aspect of it, because when you're going to adopt, whether a healthy cat or a cat with special needs or medical conditions, you got to really think about that, because it's really an important thing. And a healthy cat, a healthy cat at any time can become an unhealthy cat. So whether you're getting a healthy kitten or a healthy cat or one with special needs like Joe, you have got to really, really think about that financial aspect. You can't just say, okay, you know what, I'm going to go get a cat, just throw them some cat food, They can cost money. And so I had to really think about it. And I know that with pet insurance, a lot of times they don't cover pre-existing. So I'm going to go meet him. I've already talked to his foster mommy and learned a little bit more about him. But I just feel deep inside my heart that he is the one for me. I could be wrong. I don't know if all of this is going to happen. I'm in the process of seeing it. And if it's not G.I. Joe, there'll be another cat out there that is for me, to be my companion and my friend and my baby. But Joe's story just really hit home to me. It really, really did. It hit me deep. And I have been really thinking about him a lot, and I want to make a difference in somebody's life. And yeah, okay, they're not human, but to me, they are somebody. And that's how I feel about it. So I have to talk to the agency. I have to find out, if he has a lot of medical things, is there a way they can perhaps help me financially with the medical costs? Right now, he's very healthy right now. He's doing well, but infections can occur at any time. So I've actually emailed a veterinarian here in Fort Saskatchewan, and they did tell me, it can happen at any time. So I may see about how much the cost of the antibiotics would be for him. Can he use human antibiotics? Do they have to have spat? I know nothing. So I need to do a little bit more research. I need to talk to the adoption agency and see if there's a way that they could possibly, if there's some medical stuff that needs to be done, if they could possibly help. But I'm going to do my darnest to be able to adopt him. I just to feel a connection to him. And I think it's because I know how it feels to struggle day in, day out, not feeling well, living your life like that. I just feel for him. And the other awesome thing about him, and this is what I mean about being a survivor, he walks on a leash. He does. He goes for walks on a leash. He is blind. He has no eyes, and he goes for walks on a leash. This is Super Cat, and I can see why his name is G.I. Joe, but I will probably end up just calling him Joe. I just can't see myself, hey, G.I. Joe. But, I think the name Joe's kind of cute. But, so that's what I wanted to tell you about, and I will keep you updated as the adoption process goes on. I think that adopting a pet or a cat and having a companion, I like to think of them as a companion or a baby more than a pet, but I think it's going to be a good thing. So, I think I'm done for now. Sorry for bawling. But I just want to tell you that if you liked this video, guys, you know what to do. Use your paws, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Where can you get this type of entertainment? And until next time, guys, happy living.